Boma Cookey-Gam. I was born in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria, which is in Africa. I lived in Nigeria like most of my life. I went to school in Nigeria, my secondary, primary. I went to a boarding school for 6 years. So I actually got a scholarship from my state in Nigeria to come and study here. They had relationships with certain countries and certain schools, and if your like career paths sort of fit into those like schools, then they would send you there. I moved here in 2012/2013. To be honest, North America like was never on my radar. I didn't research Winnipeg. I didn't even think about it. I was just like, okay, I'm going to Canada. That's great. So my impression of Canada, because my granddad actually went to school in Montreal, and he would always tell me about how cold it was. That was my impression of Canada. It was just like this white, cold land. But it was exciting to be leaving Nigeria and going to live somewhere else. I very easily just like acclimatize and like adjust to things happening around me. So like it wasn't a huge culture shock for me. And then I went to the U of M. I studied economics and management. I graduated and I started like singing, doing singing gigs, doing background. I applied to teach at Studio 393, which is part of the graffiti arts programming. Ever since then, I've been teaching hip-hop/Afrobeats. I've always known how to dance, like right from the word go. My brother used to dance. My younger brother also can dance. So I don't know where we got it from, but we've always just known how to dance. You know, people dancing or different styles of dance, and I would just learn it, and it just became a part of me. Afrobeats is kind of like a West African thing. So like the music is everywhere, but like it wasn't music that I listened to. So I wasn't really into it. And then as I started getting into it and started like grooving with it, then it started kind of taking off from there. My goal then became trying to get as many people, not only Africans, get as many people knowing about Afrobeats and learning how to dance Afrobeats. Just getting the exposure out there and kind of like creating awareness of Afrobeats. You know, people don't know about Afrobeats, so they don't think like they can start an Afrobeats thing in Winnipeg. That's my eventual goal, is just bring everybody out of the works so that, you know, they have a community that they can go to. Because most of the people that I've met, they love to dance. They don't necessarily, not everybody wants to teach, but they just want to be able to just like hang out and just like groove. So if I can just even get an established space that I can kind of just like organize all these different things. So like if you don't know how to dance Afrobeats, you know, you at least know that there's a studio somewhere in the city that you can, you know, go learn. Just get everybody knowing that it exists and you can be a part of it. Up until now, I didn't really feel like I had a place in the Winnipeg society as a Black person from Nigeria, because like I was like, it never just like crossed my mind. So the Black Lives Matter movement now for me is just about understanding who I am as a Black person, understanding that I matter, understanding that, you know, me as a Black person, I deserve to have a voice. I deserve to be able to speak out and be heard and, you know, state my opinions and say what I believe, or, you know, if I don't agree about this or if I don't agree about that, without feeling one, like I don't belong, or without feeling threatened, or without feeling like I'm going to have a negative reaction because of who I am. It is very important to know who you are and what you want to do. And when you figure what that is, to not be afraid to do it. It doesn't matter, you know, what your background is, where you're from, you know, what you've done in the past. But the goal is to realize what you want to do and just do it. You may not succeed on the first time, but if it's something that you want to do, you have to do it. Like, you can't be afraid for the rest of your life to speak up or to do something just because you think like you're not going to succeed. When I first started teaching Afrobeats, like, my first few classes, nobody showed up. But then, you know, with encouragement and everything, you know, and then with realizing the vision that I wanted to achieve, I just kept doing it. And then people started coming and people started hearing about it. And, you know, it started becoming the thing that I wanted it to become. And then I started realizing, like, you can do anything. You just have to know what you want to do and want to do it. And nobody can stop you.